Hello YouTube, Eugene Johnson here, aka Mortician Man 24. Been a while. Let's see, for the past 2 years I've took a break from YouTube. A lot of bad stuff was going on, a bunch of trolls and stuff like that, and every video I'd make, they'd dislike it immediately, so I just quit making videos for a while. A lot of rumors have circulated and everything else that I was dead. There's people saying that I committed suicide, and of course, as you see, none of that's true. I just didn't have anything really interesting to talk about at the moment. But of course, it's just past Christmas, and I got some pretty cool stuff for Christmas, so I figured I'd share some of that with you guys. But I assure you that I haven't even thought about suicide. Well, I have in the past, but that was a long time ago. I'm completely fine. So anybody sits there and thinks that I've committed suicide, no, I haven't. I'm very much alive, very much well. A little bit of a cold, but that'll pass. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys Happy New Year's Eve. Just a few more hours now, about 6 hours. Well, 5.5 hours till we hit 2019. I hope that 2019 is a little bit better of a year for me and all of you. If you've had a bad year, I completely understand, because I have too. It's been really hard on me and my brother mostly, but we'll pull through as we always do. It's just a rough patch. I think that goes with anybody. You'll have a couple of decent years, and then you'll have a really bad year, and then you'll have, a really good year. So I'm hoping that 2019 is a really good year. I haven't been to any conventions lately. I do miss doing that. But like I said, life and finances and everything like that gets in the way. So you just got to do what you can, and so unfortunately I haven't been able to go to any conventions, but I am going to show you some stuff I got for Christmas. And this past May we actually went to New York for my girlfriend to visit her family, so I picked up some stuff there. There's this really cool music store called House of Guitars. Anybody in the New York area, especially Rochester, Syracuse, and Buffalo, knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's a really cool record store. They've got just about anything you want. They've got guitars, they've got drums, they've got everything. I mean, it's a 3-story place, and the basement is filled with nothing but vinyl and CDs and tapes. So they got shirts too. So I mean, it's a really cool place to visit. I bought a few things there. But anyway, on to the video. First thing is, when I was a teenager, I absolutely loved this game. I used to play it at a comic book store here locally in town many years ago. But unfortunately, like everything in this town, if it moves in, if it's not an antique store, it gets closed. So that's just the way it is. We have no record stores, we have no comic stores, we have nothing here. So, I mean, if you want to go to a comic book store or a music store, you have to drive to Lexington, which is about 15 minutes away. But it's still just stupid that nothing can stay in this town unless it's an antique store. But anyway, my girlfriend ordered this for me off of Amazon as a Christmas present. Magic the Gathering Spell Slinger Starter Kit. It's a game where it's a card game, but this particular kit is for people getting back into it or just starting. So I got that, and I'm really happy about that because I'm trying to get my games built back up. And also, this was a Christmas gift as well. I had this actually custom made, which I'm very proud of. This is a play mat that you put your cards on when you play Magic. It's got the zones. But as you can see, I decided to go with a Jason playmat. But yeah, I designed it. I put the card zones and everything on there, and the company printed it out and sent it to me. So very happy to have that. It's very unique. So, you know, I was happy to, in Photoshop, I was happy to, you know, overlay the image on top of the card zone. So that's another Christmas present. Plus, I got a couple of books. I didn't get any movies, surprisingly. Yes, I did. I got from my mother. She knew that when I was a kid, I loved Pee Wee Herman, so she actually bought me volumes 1 and 2 of his show. So we'll check that out here soon. But this is a gift from my sister-in-law in New York. She actually picked me up this. This is last Friday. It's a board game. It's basically Friday the 13th in a board game, but of course they couldn't use Friday the 13th because they didn't have the license, so they just called it Last Friday, but you get the point. It's a board game where you play a maniac, or you can be one of the camp counselors, and the whole object of the game is, if you're the counselors, you're trying to get away. If you're the maniac, you're trying to kill them before they get away. So I think this will be pretty cool and interesting to play. As you see, it's not even opened yet because I just haven't got around to it. But as you can see, the board is huge. You got a screen like you do in D&D, and so, you know, the other players can't see where you are. That's the whole point. You don't want to, you know, let them know where you are, except every 3 turns they will find out where you are. So it's kind of different. I look forward to playing it. But now on to vinyl. This was a Christmas gift from my 91-year-old mother-in-law. Of course, as long as I like it, she'll get it. This is Cannibal Corpse with Evisceration Plague picture disc. Really happy to have this. I had a few CDs of Cannibal Corpse. They were all when the Chris Barnes era. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you like Corpse Grinder? Well, yes, I do. It's just like AC/DC. Nobody could replace Bon Scott, and nobody can replace Brian Johnson. They're both really great singers. I like both of them. I love both of Chris Barnes' vocals, and I love George Corpse Grinder Fisher's vocals. I actually got to see Cannibal Corpse in Lexington, which was really weird because this is mainly a Bible Belt. I got to see them back in about 2013, 2012, something like that. Really good show. I actually talked to George for a little bit, and they're really nice to their fans. But as you can see, it's double-sided picture disc. This is the first picture disc I've ever owned. So there's that. And this is just a few other things. This is like a punk metal album, the Crumb Suckers. The name of the album is Life of Dreams. It's an acquired taste. I really like it. This was given to me by a really, really dear friend, my best friend. He knew I liked the album, so he gave it to me. But very good music. I recommend it. If you haven't heard it, check them out on YouTube. I think they got a few songs there. Excuse me. This was a Christmas gift from the year before this year. So this was a gift from my dad. He actually just gave me some money, and I ordered some records. So of course, Possess 7 Churches. This is Back on Black records. A lot of people don't like Back on Black records, but this is a really great record because it's a gatefold. It's not a double LP, but it's a gatefold, and the vinyl itself is blood red. And you cannot be a heavy metal fan and not like Possessed. Possessed is one of the forefathers of heavy metal. Love this record. Of course, you know, you got the Exorcist Phantasm. No, Pentagram. Burning in Hell, Evil Warriors, Seven Churches, Satan's Curse, Holy Hell, Twisted Minds, Fallen Angel, and Death Metal. So, all the classics on there, and like I said, it's blood red vinyl. This is records I got in New York at House of Guitars. This is also on colored vinyl. This is crimson vinyl, which it fits because, as you can see, Wasp, the Crimson Idol. Love this album and the song, especially Murders in the Rue Morgue, and also aka Chainsaw Charlie. I love the song, so I heard that one song and I fell in love with it. So I looked all over for it when I was a teenager. I could not find it. I couldn't order it or anything. So when I got up to House of Guitars and I was going through their boxes and I found this brand new and find out it was on crimson vinyl, that was awesome. So I definitely had to pick that up. This will probably get some controversy. I personally love the album. I think if anybody would actually give it the time of day and actually sit down and listen to it over and over, they will respect it more. But double LP of Morbid Angel's Formulas Fatal to the Flesh. I love Morbid Angel, and of course anybody that knows this band knows that this is Pete Sandoval's return. And me personally, I think that this album shines. I really love the album. A lot of people don't, but I do. And so, I mean, that's really all that matters. And so I've got, had to get it. And of course, you can't like Possessed, and you can't buy Possessed Seven Churches without getting another specific album. These two albums are rumored, well, no, no rumors about it. They are the very first death metal albums to ever be released ever, and nobody had ever heard anything like it. And of course I'm talking about Death, and this is Scream Bloody Gore. This is of course a reissue, but still I love the album. Love the album artwork. I actually have this shirt. Got this shirt for my birthday this past October. And that's another reason I ain't been on either. I've been playing Friday the 13th because my brother and my mother got me a Xbox One and Friday the 13th game for my birthday. And I've also, here in the past couple months, I've become addicted to a game called Battlefield. So you'll have to excuse me for that. But this is a really good album. There's not a bad song on this entire album, if you ask me. I personally love it, but it's Death. Now, for the cream of the crop. My dad and my uncle actually went in together, and they decided that they were going to give me some money for Christmas. So I, was very excited because a couple of months ago, I think even back in October, I was surfing the internet, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. And yeah, speaking of which, I want to give a shout out to one of my new subscribers. I seen that he just subscribed to me yesterday. I discovered him Saturday night, so I've been watching what I can of his videos. His YouTube name is Life Eternal. And I really appreciate you subscribing to me, even though I haven't been active in 2 years. I apologize for that, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of guys opening records and stuff like that, and I come across a video where I was introduced to a record label called Hell's Headbangers, and they have sales and all kinds of stuff. They got tons of vinyl, and basically anything you want, shirts, everything. So I actually placed an order today. I got the Well, I got my order today. I placed the order last week on Christmas Eve. So, I was actually very happy that it got here so quick. But, okay, something else too. There's a YouTuber called Full Metal Ginger. And he said that the only way to open a Hell's Headbangers box is with a hunting knife. And then there's another YouTuber named Zane Smith who says that you gotta open a Hell's Headbangers box with a machete. But truth be, guys, you gotta open it with the Grim Reaper. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, but this is really well packaged. Extremely well packaged. And I'm very glad it is, because I will be honest with you, no offense to anybody that works for the Postal Service, but it seems like the mail people don't really care if your package gets there in one piece or not, because the packaging on my Magic the Gathering card set was completely destroyed. It was bent and everything else, because he decided to stick it in the mailbox as hard as he could. So, you know, I just don't understand it. Be respectful to people's stuff, you know. Okay, but it comes, every Hell's Headbanger order comes with their own mailer boxes, which is awesome. Plus, they come in a ton of bubble wrap. But let's open this bubble wrap and show you what I ordered. And something else about Hell's Headbangers is that their records is always shipped outside the sleeve, which I'm very glad they are, because to avoid damage. So, tons of bubble wrap. And they come in their own sleeves. They come in their own protective sleeves, which is awesome. Okay. First one up is Skeletal. And this is the album Of the Depths. And from what this was a blind buy. But I did listen to a couple of songs on YouTube, and I really enjoy this band a lot. So, really glad to pick that up. And it is on, this vinyl is really cool. It's on red splattered vinyl, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And if I'm not mistaken, which I think it is a gatefold. No, I am mistaken, it's not. But we do have a lyric sheet, and a poster. That is an awesome poster. I love it. But yes, that is Skeletal. Excuse me. Let's see now if I can get this in without butchering the paper and everything. I'll be all right. There we go. So there's Skeletal. And anybody that hasn't heard these guys, I suggest you go listen to them now. Come back to this video after you listen to them, because they're really, really good. They actually, I forget what the name of the video is, but it's actually something from The Exorcist. There's like shows clips of The Exorcist, but definitely a good band. Okay, next one that we got is Horrific with Your Worst Nightmare. And for anybody that doesn't know, this is like a Acid Witch side project. And I really like Acid Witch a lot. And this is also on really cool colored vinyl, special edition. It's a green and blue splatter vinyl, so I'm really happy with that. And let's see what we got in here. Lyric sheet. And I thought it'd come with a poster, but it doesn't. But still, this is really cool artwork. But yeah, I would recommend Acid Witch, and I would recommend this band because I listened to a little bit of it, like I said, on YouTube, but not much. So I didn't listen to this album because I didn't want to spoil anything. So, but yeah, definitely beautiful vinyl. And if you guys didn't know, I'm a vinyl nut. I really, really love vinyl a lot. So I've been trying to get the classics on vinyl, but still, when I seen that Hill's Headbangers had 5 records for $50, I couldn't pass that up. But really look forward to checking this out. But yeah, that's Horrific with Your Worst Nightmare. Like I said, beautiful colored vinyl. Awesome. Okay, next up, we've got a album that I really, really love, and a lot of people will probably be offended, but oh well, it's the music I listen to. You don't have to listen to it. But this is Power from Hell with Devil's Whorehouse. This record I've listened to on YouTube, and I love it. This is classic death, black metal type stuff. Of course, you get a big, thick lyric sheet and a very suggestive picture. But yeah, you get lyric sheet and everything like that. And let's see, make sure this, yeah. So this is just on black vinyl. Really looking forward to spinning this because I've gotten back into black metal and death metal here lately. But yeah, and before I forget to tell you, Horrific and Skeletal. Skeletal is death metal, and Horrific is like stoner metal, so, or horror metal. So, but yeah, Power from Hell with Devil's Whorehouse. Like I said, very cool album. I love it. So there's that. This one is straight up death metal from Australia, from members of Bestial Warlust. This is Cemetery Urn. Love the cover of this. I've listened to a couple of songs off this album. It's very, very heavy. So, I mean, like I said, there's, you know, it's definitely a acquired taste. So, just keep that in mind if you decide to pick it up. You get a lyric sheet. And that one comes on, hang on just a second, silver vinyl. So, Really looking forward to checking this out. Haven't heard all the songs, but from what I heard, I really liked. So definitely gonna enjoy this album. I'm gonna listen to all of it. So might even listen to some of it tonight. So glad they come in the protective sheets. But yep, that's Cemetery Urn, guys. Like I said, really enjoy the artwork and stuff. So, okay, last but not least, this is Acid Witch with Stoned, and this vinyl is going to be awesome. This is a really good album. I've listened to all this album. I enjoyed every song. So this is a really pretty gatefold. I think you got lyrics over there. And this comes with a really cool sticker. Well, actually, it's a poster and like a Halloween decoration from the 80s. So that's very cool. And let's check out this poster. Oh man, this is a big one. But yeah, beautiful poster. And I'll show you the vinyl in a minute. But definitely cool. I'm so glad that I was able to order these. So anyway, here is the vinyl, which I was really excited about because this is a special edition candy corn vinyl. As you can see, very pretty, orange, yellow, and white. So yeah, I'll definitely be checking this out. A lot of people don't like colored vinyl. As long as the record plays and is good, I'll listen to anything. So even if it's on colored vinyl, black vinyl, it doesn't matter. So, yes. Back in here for right now. So, yep, guys, that's Acid Witch with Stoned, and this is definitely a great stoner rock, well, stoner metal album to listen to. And like I said, you guys can check them out. They're really cool. I like them a lot. So, yeah, definitely recommended. But anyway, guys, that's my order from Hill's Headbangers, and from what I see, I will definitely be ordering from them again. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you goodbye because this video is almost 30 minutes, so it's gonna take a while to upload to YouTube. But anyway, guys, that was my part of my Christmas haul. I didn't show everything because it'd been an hour video. So I just wanted to show the unboxing and a few records that I've gotten in the past, couple months or so. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have a happy new year, and I hope that the new year brings you peace, brings you good luck, fortune, and everything else. You guys take care. This is Eugene Johnson, Mortician Man 24, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.